Hello and welcome to Laurindalandia. Today I'm going to do a reading about how does your boss view you. You can choose your pile by following your intuition. It can be the pile that you're most visually attracted to, or you can even ask in your mind, what is a pile for me? I do a personal readings, they are super affordable, and then my first link in description. Hello, pile 1. So you chose this card that says, it's time to work, and it came in the reverse. Imagine your boss views you as someone that does not need to work a lot to get a lot done. You work smarter, not harder. I think you are very efficient with your work and you have maybe like little strategies or little ways to do things that optimize your work so you don't need to push yourself to the limit, so you don't need to tire your body and your mind and exhaust yourself to get your work done. You have like little ways of doing things that allow you to do a good job efficiently without you having to exhaust yourself. I think even there is an energy here that I think some people that are not as smart as you, like some people that don't have that mentality of work smarter, not harder, don't give you the praise that you deserve. These even can be like previous bosses or some like colleagues that think that you don't work that much. But the thing is, when you clock into work, the work goes way better because you are doing a lot of invisible work without people realizing. You might here be a person that identifies as a woman or feminine presenting, because I feel like a lot of times women don't get half of the recognition that they deserve because a lot of the invisible work that we do is not praised or even seen or even recognized. There is a lot of invisible work that we do emotionally around the house. There are so many responsibilities that we uphold and we are expected to uphold that we don't even like get the recognition and praise for it, right? But if we remove ourselves from that environment or situation, everything falls apart. If you remove yourself from this workplace, things fall apart because you are doing a lot of labor without people seeing it. Again, I think you approach work in a very efficient manner, in a way that you're not like always exhausted or running around or in a rush. No, you might come to work with a very calm demeanor, like, yeah, we can get this done. You might not run, you might walk, right? But the thing is, you are doing a lot of work and you are doing a lot of invisible work because you are approaching work in a different ways, in ways that people don't even are seeing or recognizing. I'm feeling even a bit of frustration because I think you deserve to be way more recognized as you are. I think your boss sees you as someone that, imagine, they know your job, they know you work well, but they don't know how. Like, they don't understand, like, because you are doing things in a smarter way, because you are doing things in a more not seen way, because people don't do the things that you do the way that you do it. Like, your job, your boss knows you are an asset, like a precious asset to the work environment, because the work gets better when you are there, but they don't know how. Like, they don't see all the invisible work that you are doing. And this is kind of frustrating me because I think you do a lot of work. You just do it in a more smart and efficient way, right? And I don't think you get the praise for it. And that is frustrating. You deserve to get that praise. Imagine, I'm getting that vibe of them. You know, those people that are always like, I do so much work. They're always like running around. They're always exhausted. And they like almost put this facade of doing a lot of work. The more people show that they are quote unquote doing a lot of work, the less they do. It's like with roommates. I encounter this a lot with roommates. It's like the person that complains the most about cleaning around the house, like we should be cleaning more, or we should clean this, we should clean that. The person that says the more is the one that does less. That's the thing. That's, I think, what people are not wise or smart enough to understand is that the people that are running around and making an effort to be seen as an hardworking are the ones that do less because they are overcompensating, because they know they are not doing that much work. So they pretend that they are doing more work that they're actually doing to overcompensate for the lack of work that they are doing. And I think you are the opposite. You're not the person that is saying like, I am doing so much work, or I'm exhausted, or I'm doing this. You're not the person to do that. You're not the person to run around to show people how much work you are doing. You are the person that gets things done in a smart, efficient way. And I think because of that, you don't get the praise. It's like you're actually the one that is doing the most work, but you don't get the praise for it. And the people that are saying that they are doing the most work are actually not doing, and they're getting the praise for that. You actually care about work, but because people don't understand, like people are not wise enough to understand human behavior and to understand that actually the person that is more chill, not as boastful, and not like making effort for others to people to see their work is actually the one that does the most work. Like, I think your boss doesn't have the wisdom or intelligence to understand that. And a lot of people don't have the wisdom and intelligence to understand people's games and what people are doing, when in reality I think you are the one that should be praised, you are the one that should deserve this recognition, but you probably are not. And I'm sorry for that, Evan. That can be very frustrating. But like, your boss knows that you are important to the workplace because it's visible how the work is better when it's your shift, when you are there, when you are a part of the team, you know? How the spy one's boss view them. They also view you as someone that tells the truth. Uh, you are someone that is not gonna lie. Like, you're not gonna lie about what you think about people or certain ways of doing things. Like, you're gonna speak your truth. And this can be a bit intimidating, the fact that you are not a people pleaser and you are willing to tell the truth. And you might even tell the truth of what I just said, right? You might even tell the truth that you think some people might look that they are doing a lot of work, but they're actually not. And you might not be afraid to tell that truth, like to say, hey, this person is not doing the work they should be doing. They are pretending that they are doing the work they should be doing, but they're actually not. You also, like, your boss views you as someone that, like, you don't take a lot of BS. Like, I think you are a person that, again, is very professional and is focused on getting things done without, again, playing those political games, those social games of pretending that you are doing so much work to get some sort of recognition. Like, you are someone that is very professional, like cut and dry almost, because you come here, you come to work, right? You came here to do the job the best way that you can. That's it, right? I don't think you are mean. I think you simply are real, basically. And they see you as someone that is like, maybe doesn't have patience to deal with political things. Exactly. I don't think they see you as someone that has patience to deal with the political part of the job, right? To like do all of this social game. You might even be someone that doesn't socialize a lot and is not really into the social game. You came here to work, do your job, do the job the best way that you can, and leave. Like, you're not here to play any social game. And you also, like, they might even see you as impatient, in the sense of, if there is a problem, you're gonna fix it. Like, again, you are not into the political games of a workplace. You're not into the social and political games. You are very like, I just came here to work, which you are right. That's the thing. The thing is, you're right. But because most people don't work that way, like, most people are not that way. Like, your boss as, yeah, they see you as someone unique. They for sure see you as someone unique. And they, honestly, they don't want to lose you. But I think there is some fear around losing you because of your coworkers, because of other people. I think like your boss respects you, but I think like they are to a certain extent understanding that other people might not give you the respect that you deserve. And I think you are a person that recognizes your worth and your value, and you don't take BS. Like if there is a problem, you solve it. If it's not solvable, you walk away. How does pile one's boss see them? Yeah, they see you as someone that is very fair, very just. Yeah, someone that is extremely professional. And someone that really does not play the political games of a company. You might also be very, they see you as someone very knowledgeable in terms of like law or the way that you speak. You might speak in a very professional way. Like there might even be something that maybe your coworkers go out on a night out and go drink, and maybe you don't do that with them because you keep it professional, because this is your job, and that's it for you. And you might even abstain from like social gatherings at your work because you keep everything very professional. Yeah, you are someone that is highly professional, and they see you as someone that is very professional and is not here to play the political petty games of a company. No, no, not at all. How does bosses pile one view them? How does the boss of pile one view them? They also view you as someone that can move forward quite easily. They view you as someone, again, they view as someone very solution driven, like very cut and dry. Maybe they even see you as someone that doesn't have that much emotions, even though you probably have a lot of emotion, but simply you are a professional, right? Like you keep your emotions at the door when you clock in, and you know the goal, you know what you have to do, and you are very mature about it, you're very professional about it, and they see you as someone that can move on. They also see you as someone that might like worry a bit. Like imagine, I think it comes back to the solution driven personality, that if you have an issue, you're gonna fix it. And maybe you have a hard time in staying in a negative situation. Like you are the type of person that there is a negative situation and you're like, okay, I'm gonna fix this, like I'm gonna change it. And maybe they see you as someone that doesn't do well in staying that in that negative situation for too long. Like you're gonna be someone that gives a solution that improves, right? And you might not be someone that stays in like a negative situation too long. Like you're gonna find a solution. There are a lot of people that, for example, like the drama, like the chaos, and like this almost political game that the company makes. They like that chaos, right? But you don't. You don't like the petty chaos, the petty drama. You really don't like it. And that can really actually affect you. And you just like to get a solution. Like, if there is an issue at your job, you fix it. If you cannot fix it, you probably walk away. And I think that's also why your boss is a bit scared that you're gonna like walk away and get another job, because you have a short like tolerance for unnecessary drama. And I think that's valid, that's super valid. Why you're gonna take like unnecessary drama that probably people are causing just because they're insecure or bored, or just because they are extremely emotionally mature. Yeah, you have a short tolerance for that. They also see you as someone that is like, they see you as someone that is almost regal, like you're very professional. You get to work, you leave your problems at the door, you leave your emotions at the door, you approach things in a very unbiased, unemotional, and professional way. And this gives you an air of being regal, even if you are younger than your boss. They actually see you as very mature, almost more mature than them. Like they see you as someone that is very grown up, very adult, and approaches things in a very mature and professional way. And they see you someone that is very regal, and they even might think that you have the possibility of being famous, like you have the characteristics of a famous person. especially like politically correct type vibe. You feel me? PR trained. You seem PR trained. You seem to be someone that gets a lot of attention, gets a lot of eyes on them. A lot of people gravitate towards them, but you maintain this very polite, almost not cold, but almost distant vibe of being polite, professional, nice, but not overly nice, PR trained. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with this message. If you like this reading, give it a like. And if you like this content, subscribe. I do have personal readings. They are super affordable. And they're my first link in the description. Bye, pile one. Hello, pile two. So you chose this card that says, be positive. And it came in the reverse. The way that your boss views you is of someone that is very realistic. You are not someone that is going to believe in people's words, but you kind of believe in their actions. Don't tell me promises, just do what you are promising, right? You also, they view you as someone that cannot be easily tricked because, yeah, you are very show me what you are doing, don't tell me. Show me what you're gonna do, don't tell me what you're gonna do. Like, there is even a vibe that at first they might even think that you're a bit negative, but in reality, you're just telling the truth. I think your boss maybe like has a bit of a tendency of seeing life as rose colored glasses, seeing life and seeing people, especially people, like everything they're like they're good people, everything's working out. Like even though there are some issues here, no, things are good, things are great. They might have the tendency to over romanticize the situation where you are more real. You see things for what they are, and at the beginning, they even might think that you are a bit negative until they realize that you're just telling the truth. What your boss, I think, is kind of realizing now is that you're actually not negative. You were telling them the truth. You're not being a Debbie Downer. You're being a truth teller. And I think you might have spoken some truth or about results or the future of the company or a certain outcome. Or maybe you even like said the truth about a coworker or someone in the company. And they're like, at the beginning, they didn't quite believe you. They maybe thought that this was emotionally based, like they maybe thought that this was basically you being negative, when in reality you're actually telling the truth and you're just trying to help and come with a solution because you need to face the harder reality and the harsh parts of reality to be able to create a solution for it. Because if we keep sweeping it under the rug, it just keeps getting worse, and the sooner we address an issue, the quicker we can fix it. And I think you have that mentality. You have the mentality of the sooner we address an issue, the quicker we can fix it and the quicker we can improve it, and is less harm done. And I think because you are a person that is willing to face the hard reality in the face, and maybe your boss doesn't have much of that skill yet. They saw you first, maybe as a negative person, and now they are realizing that you're actually telling the truth, and they might even be regretting the fact that they should have heard you sooner. Like they might even be regretting the fact that they should be more open to what you were saying and took what you're saying as more truth. I think they believed you, but I think they had a part of them, they thought, this probably is also emotionally based. This person is probably talking also from an emotional standpoint. Like, for example, if you had an issue with a coworker, they may even thought that you telling the truth about this coworker was kind of emotionally based, like you kind of wanting revenge on them or something like that. When in reality, no, you're just literally telling the truth. And I think your boss is starting to realize that they should have heard you sooner, because probably what you said was going to happen happened, or they are starting to see it happening, and they are realizing, wait, oh my God, they were right. I should have heard them. And I think, yeah, your boss is learning the lesson of Saturn. That's what I'm hearing. Your boss is learning a lesson of facing other realities. How the spell tools boss view them? Yeah, they view you as someone that is willing to get out of their comfort zone. You're not the person in their eyes that will stay in a toxic comfort zone just because it was comfortable. You're not someone that will stay, for example, you will not stay in this company if you are mistreated just because it's comfortable. No, like you don't mind getting out of your comfort zone. Like you don't mind doing something different that you would not ever have done just because it's uncomfortable. Actually, I think they are starting to realize that you're a person that's a lot of resilience to the harsher parts of life, to the harsher realities of life. They are starting to realize that you are someone that is like that saying, being brave is not the absence of fear, being brave is your capacity to feel fear, right? I think they're realizing how brave you actually are because you are not avoiding fear. Like, they know kinda that you are scared about getting outside of a comfort zone. This can be doing something in a company, for example, doing something different or assuming a different role, or even maybe if you quit this company, like you're not afraid of quitting if it's not healthy for you. Like you're not afraid to face the harsher realities of life. But it's kind of this imagine. It's very interesting because I think they also see you as someone that is not quite impulsive, but like you do things without certainty in the sense that, for example, imagine that this is a work like a toxic job, right? You're not afraid to leave without another job because the job that you're having is toxic. Like you're not afraid to leave. Imagine you do have fear, you are afraid, but you're not afraid to make that decision, if that makes sense. Like you are willing to do the best for you, even if you don't have any plan, even if you're going to be in the unknown, even if you don't know what you're going to do next. Like you are going to put yourself and your mental well-being, your mental health, your physical well-being, everything above the fear. Because again, I think you are a person in their eyes that is not afraid to see the harsher reality. Like you're not afraid to see the hard parts of life. There is always, right? And you are willing to look at life through these very raw eyes and realizing, is this for me or is this not for me? Because it's not for me, I'm going to leave. And you're not afraid, for example, of leaving without having another job lined up, without having another opportunity. Because if you feel like it's not for you any longer, and if you feel like there is nothing you can do to fix it or solve it or improve it, and you feel like it's not for you, you're gonna leave. And also, there is this like dichotomy here that your boss also sees you as someone that takes the harsher realities of life with this romantic side to it. Like it's almost very philosophical, very deep. Like there is a wisdom, like a very elderly wisdom about you. I'm not saying that you are older, but there is like this wisdom, life experience of someone that seems to have lived a lot of lives, right? There is something very spiritual about this as well. Like you are someone with a lot of wisdom. But again, is this romance of seeing the harsher realities of life? Like you're not being delusional, you're not romanticizing the bad things, you're not trying to avoid the fear, you're not trying to avoid the difficulties. You're actually quite wise in knowing how to see them, how to approach them, but also this wisdom of you are willing to step into the unknown, not knowing what's going to happen next, feeling the fear for that, but at the same time, know that everything is working out for you. Like you have this wisdom of waiting, almost, of pausing. Like you have this wisdom of timing that you understand that for things to work out, they don't necessarily need to work out in your timing. It is in divine timing. There is this very wise waiting and patience part of you, that you are even willing to wait. You are really even willing to like be in the unknown and being scared, and you are capable of being like in more intense emotions if that means that your life is going to get better. You're not afraid to step into your unknown if you feel like in your body that is what you need to do and that your life is going to get better. There's a lot of wisdom about you. Yeah, you might have quit your job recently, or you're thinking of quitting, or you told your boss that you're going to quit, something like that. Not for all of you, for some of you. How does spell to boss view them? Yeah, like breaking of commitments. Also, you are not a follower, you are a leader. Like, you're not someone, you might even be, like, you might even not like that much authority. Like, your work strategy is more cooperative, it's not as hierarchical, like, it's not as much of a triangle, it's more of a plain surface, you know? Like, your approach to work is not of, I'm hearing tyranny, is not of authority, is of understanding and cooperation. You are a great team player. And you are a great team player because you don't view anybody as above or below you. Like, you view everyone as equal. And you view people in a team as team players. And there might be even a vibe to you that they view you as someone that um, maybe is not a follower of authority. Maybe even they feel like your boss, like, you follow, you're professional, you do your work, but they feel, for example, you're not scared of authority, like authority doesn't threaten you. Maybe they might feel like other coworkers that are nice to them, or they can like see the fear in other coworkers that they are the bosses of, right? But with you, they don't see that fear. Like, you are not threatened by their authority, you're not scared of their authority. There is a part of you that's like, you look at this person as an equal, even if they are your boss, and they respect that. They respect that a lot. They are actually, well, I don't think your boss has ever met someone like you, and I don't think they ever will. It's very interesting because I think you are the type of person that might trigger a lot of toxic bosses, but like healthy bosses and healthy people, and not like a boss, a leader, right? There is a difference between a boss and a leader. Like, true leaders really respect you because you are one of them. You're not a follower, you are a leader. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with this message. If you like this video, give it a like, and if you like this content, subscribe. I do have personal readings, they are super affordable, and they're my first link in the description. My pile 2, hello pile 3, so you chose this card that says, transform yourself, break old patterns and be reborn. Your boss views you as someone that is willing and is very good at learning, at growing, someone that is very adaptable and is not afraid of a challenge. He's not afraid of doing something different. He's not afraid of learning something different. You are really that typical quick learner that we all put on our resumes. You are really that person. They also view you as someone that is going through transformation in their life. Maybe you are changing your lifestyle, the way that you view the world, the way that you view yourself. They can see, they can sense that you are becoming a different version of yourself and that you are transforming, because it also shows in the way that you approach work, that you go to work and approach it. Maybe in the past, you might have been someone that was more fear based in the past, in the sense maybe you went to work and there was more of a submission to you. Maybe you were scared of doing things wrong. Like, maybe you were more worried about messing up and making mistakes. And now you come to work more empowered, more like accepting of yourself and not as submissive, more empowering. Like, you worry less if you're going to make a mistake, because even if you do, it means that you are learning, it means that you are growing, you are more accepting of yourself, you're more self-empowered. That's the thing. I think your boss is viewing you as someone that is becoming more self-empowered, empowered. And I think they are even like, they're proud of you. I think they are in a lot of ways liking this, because I think they always knew that you had a lot of potential, but I think you are realizing your potential, and they might even want you to grow in the company in the sense of becoming a manager, at some point becoming, I'm hearing, a CFO, CEO, like, like going up in the ranks on the company. They see with a lot of potential, especially right now, because you are willing to grow, you're willing to make mistakes, you feel less bad for being flawed, like you feel more self-empowered and more, yeah, self-assured, and they are really seeing a lot of potential because you grow fast. Like, they see that you learn fast, you grow fast, you're intelligent, very intelligent. The crows here are a very intelligent animal. Like, they also see you as someone that is very good at spotting patterns. Like, you are very good, this specific, you're very good at spotting patterns. Like, you are very good at noticing things that they don't notice. Like, you are very good at logic making, of connecting the dots, and the information that you provide is valuable. I'm getting the example, for example, you're probably very good at, for getting a target audience. Like, imagine you are noticing that this type of consumer buy this type of product, type vibe, and this is something that maybe people have not come to the conclusion to, but maybe you were the first one saying, hey, yeah, guys, have you noticed that this type of person, these characteristics, or that they have these hobbies, or that they like this, that they buy this specific product, like there is a correlation there. You are good at making valuable correlations that are needed. You might be really good in sales, or something that has to do to like marketing, or cater to a target audience, or designing products for a specific type of person. You are very observant, very knowledgeable, and you are really, really good at spotting patterns and spotting, yeah, things that other people don't see, and you provide valuable knowledge. And maybe I'm getting even the vibe that maybe at the beginning of working at this company, you might have been more shy, and like that shyness, probably your boss saw it as insecurity, but now you're speaking up more, you're sharing more knowledge, you're sharing more of what you know, and they're like, wait, you are right, that's very smart, like I haven't noticed that, nobody has noticed that, like speak more. Yeah, like your boss, I think, is really supporting you speaking more and feeling more confidence and feeling more self-assured. For some of you, not all, this might have been maybe you were like someone above you. Like, I think this boss that I'm speaking is someone that was above this person, like a bigger boss, quote unquote. But maybe you had like someone like above you, like a mentor or manager type that was a bit unhealthy and that was toxic, and maybe this person was bringing you down, and this person or was removed, fired, or changed departments or something, and because you don't have this toxic person anymore bringing you down, you are flourishing more. That is one scenario. For other people, another scenario, this is like a person in your personal life. Maybe you had a relationship with someone. This could be romantic or friendship, and maybe this person was like bringing you down, making you feel insecure, making you doubt yourself, creating a lot of insecurity, self-doubt, that this transferred to your job, where you felt like you didn't felt good enough to speak up, basically to share your knowledge, to say what you need to say, right? And share what you know. And probably you have removed this toxic person of your life, and you're getting your confidence back. How does pale freeze bosses see them? Yeah, they see a lot of success in you. They see a lot of potential. They see you as someone that has a lot of potential to grow in the company, and they want you to like, they're trying to create like the breeding grounds almost. They're trying to create almost this environment for you to grow, where probably, imagine if you have been doing new things at your work, or if your boss has been giving you new tasks, this is on purpose. This is for you to learn, for you to grow, for you to expand. They're almost trying to have this balance of giving you enough challenges for you to grow, but not too much. You feel me? They don't want to break you, basically. They don't want to make your life at your job super difficult. No, they just want to give you a certain amount of difficulty for you to grow and for you to learn. And this difficulty is giving challenges, like is giving doing something new that you never done at your job, like growing and learning in a new area. That's what is giving. Yeah, they see you as someone that is different from the who they were before in the best way. I think, imagine, it's not that you are becoming a different person. I think you are discovering yourself, right? Especially if you had a person bringing you down, if you had a person like diminishing your self worth, if you had someone making you doubt yourself. This might have led you to not speak up as much and not be as much vocal and not be as much authentic, right? And now that you have let go of this person, and this person doesn't have as much impact on you as they had before, it's not that you are becoming a different person, but you are coming back to yourself, basically. You are letting go of this person's influence, right? But I think your boss has never met this version of you, so he thinks like you seem like a different person in the best way possible. Like you seem more of a take charge type of person. I think before, at the beginning, they might view you as more of a follower, more of one that follows the lead, right? And now they are seeing you with more leadership qualities, someone that can take charge and has knowledge and valuable information to take charge, like someone that deserves a higher place in the company, that has the knowledge and the experience for a higher place in the company. Yeah, there's a lot of change. This boss might be preparing you and might be thinking of giving you promotion. How the spell free boss view them? Yes, Page of Pentacles. They see you as a gold mine. Yeah, they look at you and they think this person is really valuable. This person can bring a lot of value to this company, a lot of assets, a lot of information, a lot of knowledge. Like this person can make us a lot of money, basically. They view you as someone that, yes, very profitable, very valuable. Everything you touch turns into gold. Like they view you as someone that could create a lot out of nothing. You do have a lot of information. You do have a lot of knowledge. Like the only difference between before you and now you is your confidence in sharing your knowledge, because you always have this wisdom, you always have this knowledge, you always valuable, right? But the difference here is now you are seeing your value and understanding your value. Imagine you might have an insight, you might have an idea that is very, very profitable. Like there's might be something that you have said or showed or given insight about that they were like, oh, it comes back to like to that observant side of you that I was talking about. Maybe you notice a pattern, maybe you notice a correlation, and you might have said that. And maybe when you were saying that, you were just maybe sharing information like, oh, have you noticed this? Wow, how interesting, how funny. And your boss was like, wait, this is actually very smart. This is actually genius. Like, you are on to something. Like, they see you as someone that is on to something. How does Pile Free view? How does Pile Free boss view them? Something with gardens. I'm seeing a garden, floral dresses. This might resonate for someone. Not for everyone, but there might be here someone that works with like making products, like to grow flowers, to grow herbs. Something with gardening. Yeah, your boss also sees you as someone that is like your knowledge, your insights. They almost like, because the way that you portray him, the way that you said it, is almost like they see you as someone almost spiritual, like you're getting downloads or something. Like when you say some things, they are like, wait, that's extremely smart. And it almost seems like a download. Like you almost seem to know things that you shouldn't know. You might have said some things that were the truth, and you might even not realize that you were saying them, but like you were telling the truth, and your boss is like, wait, how does this person knows that? But the way that you said it seems so like spontaneous and not thinking too much about it. And you just said things. You just said things that were true. Maybe you're just talking and expressing yourself. And your boss has noticed me like, wait, that's true. How do you know this? Like, I think your boss almost views you as someone spiritual, someone that is downloading, someone that has this higher wisdom. It's like this you like you being connected with something like a deity that is giving you this information. Yeah, yeah, and you don't realize this. I don't think you realize this because you're speaking stuff, but you have said truths that you don't even know how they know. Probably you're just speaking for speaking. You like it came out of you. You didn't even give it that much thought. But you spoke truths that you don't even realize and that you shouldn't even know. And I think your boss realizes that there is no way for you to know this, but it's your intuition, exactly. Like you have a strong sense of intuition. Like your intuition is very right. So I think they are seeing you as someone very smart, very intelligent, but at the same time, there's a strong intuition that knows things with without logic, without rationale. Like you didn't study or research something to know it. You just know it. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with this message. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you like this content, subscribe. I do have personal readings. They are super affordable and they're my first link in the description. Bye, pal free.